Okay, welcome back. We're here for the next class. We're gonna get started. I heard from a few of you after the last class with some feedback. So today we are going to be taking a little bit longer in the warm-up. We're going to be taking a few more breaths in some of the postures, which may mean that the class is just a little bit longer than 20 minutes, but no problem. Stay as long as you can. With that, the intention today is to walk away with a calm nervous system, to walk away with an open mind, an open heart, and to be prepared for whatever the world has in store for us. So we're going to start with the seat, and similar to last time, we're going to go ahead and work our way over to the left and start to deepen the stretch into our leg. I'm really tight today. You may be really tight today, but as you find your way over your left leg, go ahead and take a deep breath, inhale, and then with the exhale, go ahead and fold forward over your leg. I like to twist just a little bit, see if I can get my lower back to release. If you can reach for your ankle, go ahead and do that. Take another inhale. And a long exhale. The goal is to get your exhales just a little bit longer than your inhales, or at least the same length. Sit up, hinge forward at the waist, and one more time. And on each exhale, bend just a little bit more. All right, we're going to go ahead and do the right side. Just bring your foot in. Left foot out, just a little bit so you're on your sits bones. Twist and lean forward over the right. Inhale, exhale. A few more breaths here. Today I am much tighter than I was last week. Certainly tighter on my right side than I am on my left side. You probably have a side that's tighter or looser as well. Inhale. And on the exhale. Okay, go ahead and open your legs wide. We're going to readjust for those sits bones one more time. We're going to sweep over to the left. Now, if it's in your practice, try to open your side body, put your right arm up over your head, reach up and out, inhale, and then exhale. One more. Okay, onto the right side. Just gonna lean forward, twist just a little bit if you can, arm up. Even if you can't, just see if you can't stretch up and out of your arm. And as you can, lean over, hinging at the waist. Now, if you're looking to deepen your stretch, as you reach forward with your arm and stretch out of your fingertips, go ahead and push down through your hips. You're essentially stretching that line, right? You should feel that even deeper. Inhale. Exhale. Okay. Going to work on opening up our quad today. So if you can tuck your foot behind you, go ahead and do that. We're going to lean forward, flexing your foot as much as you can, just on those sit bones, and then inhale and exhale. Now, you might find that you are flexed all the way over your leg. You may find that just leaning forward a little bit, you start to feel that in your hamstrings. And you might find that on different days it feels different. Any one of those scenarios is perfect. Just lean into your edge. So I'm going to pull my toes back a little bit. Exhale. Then we're going to stretch out the front side of that quad. So you're going to tuck your pelvis up, start to lean back. The goal is to keep your legs pretty close to each other. Push your knee down towards the mat. You should be feeling that all through your front of your quad here. So go ahead and take an inhale and an exhale. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and switch legs. Flex foot. Pull your other leg behind you. Stretch the quad first. Inhale. Now, if you sit all day long, you might find that your quads are pretty tight, that your hip flexors are really tight. If you need to take an extra moment here, do that. When you're ready, I'm going to go ahead and hinge, stand up, sit up real tall, hinge forward at the waist over your left foot. Long exhale. Lean forward just a little bit more. Feel that all along the back side of your calf, maybe even down through your Achilles. Okay, next we're going to go ahead and we're going to move into puppy pose. So you want to get down on all fours and almost like you're in a tabletop. And then we're going to walk your hands forward, lay your chest down to the mat. And you should be able to feel that stretch along the back side of your lats into your back. Go ahead and walk your hands out just a little bit more. Take a couple inhales and exhales here. We're going to be working into dancer's pose at the end of the class. So opening up that chest is going to make a big difference. Your next inhale, go ahead and come back up to tabletop. Go ahead and stretch. Do a couple cat cows. Okay. Now on the next exhale, go ahead and step up. Sweep your arms all the way up to Tadasana, mountain pose. On the exhale, hands to heart center, bend all the way forward to a forward fold. We'll take just a moment or two in the forward fold. A couple of deep breaths. Put your feet hip width apart. If your hands can reach the ground, great. If not, feel free to grab a block. Maybe move back and forth just a little bit, maybe side to side. See what your body is telling you today. What your body told you yesterday is very probably going to be different than what your body tells you today. I find that one side is tighter. I find that I really love going side to side, feeling the stretch along different parts of my legs. Take another inhale. On the exhale, forward fold. On the inhale, halfway lift. You're going to stretch out through the crown of your head. And then exhale, forward fold. And on the inhale, sweep your arms back up to Tadasana. Exhale, hands to heart center. Okay, we are going to move into a round of sun salutations. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to step to the top of your mat and step back with your right foot into a low lunge. Now your low lunge might feel a little bit different or look even just a little bit different, but the goal is to keep your knee over your ankle and get your leg back where you can start to feel the stretch. through the front of your hip flexor. If we're swapped, right, you'd be feeling it here. So I've got my right foot back, so it's on the opposite side of the camera. We're going to go ahead and just breathe into that for just a second. And then hands down to the mat, step your foot back to plank. And we're going to step the other foot forward, so foot right behind your hand, knee down to the mat. And then rise up. Ooh, that feels good. Just a little tight. Okay, take an inhale. On the next exhale, you might go just a little bit deeper. One more inhale. Hands down to the mat. We're going to step up into a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to a forward fold. Rise up to Tadasana, arms all the way up. Exhale, heart center. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Okay, we're gonna go into round 2. So from your forward fold, go ahead and step your right foot back, hands still on the mat. You can drop that knee down, foot down. Go ahead and come up for just a second. And you want to make sure that your body is squared up, not twisting too much this way or too much that way, although when you do that, you'll certainly feel it in different parts of the front side of your leg. Take a breath. And then hands down to the mat, to a plank. Step your left foot back, right foot up, knee down to the mat. Come up, stretch that leg out. Okay, hands down to the mat. I'm going to step forward to a forward fold. Let's take a moment there. Inhale, rise all the way up to Tadasana. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale. Exhale, forward to the ground, to forward fold. On your inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Okay, now your next exhale, go ahead and step your right foot back. We're going to keep the knee up off the mat this time. So with the knee up off the mat, hands down, you can see the runner's pose there. And from there, we're going to bring our hands all the way up to a crescent lunge. Now, if your balance isn't there yet or you're not ready, then keep your knee on the ground. That's fine. For those of you who are, we're going to stay in crescent lunge. And then hands down to plank. Step your foot back. We're going to step our right foot up behind our hand to runner on the right side. Again, if it's not there for you, go ahead and put your knee down if you're ready. Bring your arms up to a crescent lunge. Take a breath there. Inhale. On the exhale, hands to heart center. Bring your foot up and forward fold. Hands down to the mat. On the inhale, rise up to Tadasana. Hands to heart center. Arms up. Tadasana. Exhale, forward fold. Okay, now we are going to go ahead and flow. So you're going to go into a plank position. And from a plank, you can come down, knees down. Go ahead and put your belly on the mat. We're going to rise up to a cobra. And then back up into a plank. And then into a downward facing dog. First down of the day. Okay, from your downward dog, take a couple breaths. Maybe 3-4 breaths. Rock back and forth. Feel what's going on. Each side of your body. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. One more inhale. And exhale, push your heels down towards the mat. Go ahead and look to the top of your mat. You're going to bring your right leg up to the sky and go ahead and open the hip up. Feel that stretch. Prep for a pose called Wild Thing. And on the exhale, you're going to bring your foot forward behind your right hand. Rotate your left foot down. Rise up to Warrior 2. Arms straight out. Inhale. Exhale. If you need to make any adjustments to your stance, go ahead and do that. You might find that your knee is too far forward. That means you need to creep your toes forward a little bit. You might find that your foot is slipping around a little bit. If you need to adjust, put a towel on your mat, go ahead and do that. We'll stay in Warrior 2. And on the exhale, go ahead and lean back into Peaceful Warrior. Hand down the back side of your leg. On the inhale, sweep your arms down to the mat. We're going to go into extended side angle. So for extended side angle, you want to keep your right hand down on the mat. You're going to open up your chest and arm straight out, and you should feel that extension all the way through your side body. All right, and then we're going to come back into a low lunge and then into a plank position. From plank back to downward facing dog. We'll take a couple of breaths there in down dog. Somebody mentioned last week that they thought that class was a level 1 class and they found themselves sweating just a little bit. And hey, same. Yoga is moving the blood flow, the circulation all around your body. We're going up and down into different postures. So you may also find that this is moving your blood flow around. That's a good thing, right? Okay, from downward facing dog, we're going to go 3-legged dog on the other side. So go ahead and lift your left leg high to the sky and go ahead and open up your hip. Exhale, on every exhale, just a little bit deeper. Inhale, on the next exhale, step forward into Warrior 2, left foot behind the left hand. Circle your right foot flat down to the mat. We're going to cartwheel up. Arms straight. Start to lean into your front leg there. So you should be stretching your arms equal and opposite. Pull your right hip forward, left hip back just a little bit. One more inhale. On the exhale, Peaceful Warrior, arm up, hand down the back side of your thigh. Inhale. On the exhale, cartwheel your hands back down. Left hand on the floor. Right arm is going to come up and over for extended side angle. Okay, hand down to low lunge to plank. All right, and then back up into downward facing dog. Lots of inhales and exhales here. That exhale is what helps to calm your nervous system. You're literally retraining your breathing, retraining the pathways in your brain. So when your body encounters stress off of your mat, that it taps back into those deep breathing exercises, into the long exhales, and brings you back to center, whether you're on your mat or not. Okay, go ahead and step or hop to the front of your mat. We're going to come up to halfway lift. Inhale, exhale, forward fold. Now, on the rise up, we're going to rise up to Warrior 2. So on the rise up, you're going to step your right foot back, open up your arms, exhale. Should be a little bit deeper now on this side than you were on the first side. So get down as low as feels comfortable with you and stretch your arms, equal and opposite. On the exhale, go ahead and put your hand up and over for peaceful warrior. On the exhale, hands forward, step up to a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Okay. From this forward fold, we're going to rise back up to warrior two on the other side. So you're going to step back with your left foot, circle it down to the mat, bring your arms up and over, and equal and opposite, stretching out, head over your shoulder. Inhales and exhales. Okay. On the next exhale, arm up over your head, peaceful warrior. Inhale, hands to the mat, to forward fold. Okay, the next thing that we are going to get into is a posture, a pose called dancer pose. I'm going to sit here on my mat for just a second while I explain this. So dancer pose does a handful of things. It's going to stretch out your shoulders, stretch out your chest. You're going to find that it stretches out the front side of your quads quite a bit. Now, this may be a pose that you're familiar with or not familiar with. It might be a little bit difficult for you to get into if you've never done it before, or if you're especially tight in your hips or in your shoulders and chest. So I'm going to give you a handful of options as you get into this posture. Now, this may be one that's not in your practice every single day. I love this pose because it encourages pretty intense focus because we're going to be balanced on one leg. So let's start on the left side. The left side's my worst side, so let's do that one first. So what you're going to do is you're going to put your hand out to your side, just open it up, and then in your open hand, you're going to go ahead and put the front side of your foot. Okay, now already standing there, you may find that it's opening up all these stretches in your arm. You may find that you're wobbling all over a little bit. Both of those things are okay. If that's your edge for today, that's okay. Just go ahead and stand there for a couple of breaths. Now, if you can get your arms straight up, test your balance just a little bit more, go ahead and do that. Now, as you're pushing down your foot into your hand, you should feel that stretch in your chest just a little bit more. So starting to open up your chest. Find your drishti. If you remember, we've talked about drishti before. That's a single focus point. So I have a door right in front of me. It's a white door with the black knob. I'm going to look directly at that doorknob. I'm going to keep my gaze there. If my gaze is all over the place, it makes it harder to lock in my leg and balance, right? If I can focus on that one thing, I can stay here for a while. Now, if that feels good, you're at your edge, you're not at your edge, go ahead and put your hand up. And we're going to do equal and opposite movements. So we start with you'll push your foot down into your hand, and as you're pushing your foot down into your hand, it's going to stretch your leg out and back. It's going to stretch your chest out a little bit more. As you're doing that, you want to start to tip forward. Every time you wobble into an edge or you feel yourself starting to get wobbly, pause. Inhale, exhale, then start to move again. If you're trying to push into your hand and stretch your arm at the same time, you're going to wobble all over the place. You're probably going to fall off of your mat. Okay, so start back where we were at. Hand out, put your hand in your foot. Hand in your foot. Go ahead and push into it. Arm is up. Reach up. Push into that foot. And as you're pushing into that foot, you're going to reach your arm straight out. So you should be like an arrow with your arm and then pushing against your foot. And those movements are opposite. That helps keep you balanced. On every exhale, inhale, and the exhale, bend just a little bit further. Take a moment there. If your heart is racing and you need a moment to stand in one place and bring your heart rate down, that's okay too. We're going to do the other side. So go ahead and come out the way you went in. Hand down, foot down, and then right hand out. Put your right foot into your right hand. Right, so your arm kind of is on the inside and it's going to be open. Start to push a little bit, create some tension there. Again, this may be where you stop for today. This might be enough for you. You might be challenging your balance enough right here. If not, go ahead and put your arm up. Exhale. And then go ahead and push back into your hand. So using your foot as kind of a lever. And then on the exhale, tip forward. You might find that it takes you a couple of exhales to come down. This is a lot harder to do talking than just doing the posture. Okay, try one more time. Play with this, right? You know how to get in, you know how to get out. You may just fall out, but try that a couple times. If you fall out, just get back in, right? Stretching. Arm up. Hinging forward, pushing into your hand, stretching out through the tips of your fingers. Okay, taking a second. All right, so with every class, we have one pose towards the end that I want to continue to work through to help you deepen your practice. So I would love to hear from you what you thought of today's class. How did that feel? Was it too much, too little? Was it too long? Do you like the music? Do you hate the music? I know that seems like a lot of people like the music, but not everybody likes the music. So trying to really find our groove here. With that said, we're going to close out with a couple of inhales and exhales. Find your seat. If you need to put a cushion underneath, you certainly can do that. Go ahead and put your hands on the front side of your legs. Close your eyes, and we're going to inhale to the count of 4. Hold it. Exhale to the count of 4. Inhale. Hold it. Exhale. Inhale. Hold that. Exhale. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you want to, you can take a moment, lay down on your mat, take a savasana. I would love it and be honored if you subscribe to this channel. You'll be first to notified about new classes each week. We've got some very exciting things coming, but thank you so much for joining me today. It's been absolutely my pleasure to guide you on your mat. Namaste. Love you. Mean it. Bye.